Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. During the pandemic, yeah, pandemic, is really damaging so many sectors, economy, social, culture. But also the good side is bring the paradigm shift,
Mhm.
changing the perspective of the people, especially the people that so far become the uh, worshipper in the tourism industry. Like, oh, tourism industry is everything. So it's like a changing. Suddenly that we realize the strength, the community resilience actually happen in the village. People in the
Mm.
tourism, the central of the tourism area like southern Bali, like Denpasar, Kuta, Legian, Sanur, Ubud, they just crush
Mhm.
industry. But people up in the mountain, like in my village, like in Pupuan, in Bedugul, which is actually who uh, the community that live based on the agricultural, they eat what they grow, is actually low impacted by the pandemic. Their life is
Mhm.
not changed. They get,
Mhm.
I mean, people have this fear or lost hope because of the news, but actually their daily life or their economic is not changed. So,
Mhm.
and also during this difficult situation, most of the food provider in the agricultural sector actually helping Bali to be resilient. Like so many
Mm.
food distributing, and then people, and then I work in the Copernic right now during the pandemic for emergency response and also for research about how how big the impact of the pandemic. We found out that 81% people impacted economically, and then
Mhm.
from this 81%, 44% losing their job. And then most of the people working in the tourism industry, which is most of this 44%, if they're Balinese and they has their kampung, their origin, they back to the village and then start to be a farmer again.
Mm.
Which is actually the farmer, the land still provide food. So like a Navikula song, Ibu, like if you provide, you protect the mother, then the mother will be protect you back, which is actually the agriculture, I mean the healthy agriculture system, the land, the water, the people back to fishing on the nelayan in Kampung Nelayan, like a fisherman area, like in the Teluk Benoa. Lucky we don't do massive yet to change that coastal area into infrastructure yet,
Right?
because there's so many resistance and so many people now it's like a start to fishing there.
Oh my
The coastal,
God.
the beach area providing the daily protein like fish or clam or shrimp. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
this kind of everybody starting, including in the government level, because we also talk a lot with people in the government,
Mhm.
agree that, oh, now we maybe this is the time to back again to our roots. It's like a
Mhm.
Balinese is forced to back our idealism, which is now, before it's like a idealism from the agriculture. If you're talking about the Bali, adat Bali, budaya Bali, Bali culture, it's been like agriculture, right? So all the
Mhm.
upacara, all the post-harvest panen
Mhm.
celebration is all the celebration, all the ceremony is based on the agricultural, on the agricultural,
Right,
and
right.
also the entertainment, like our offering in the event is for the how to respect to the nature
Right.
and how to thankful to the nature.
Mhm.
And uh, yeah, there is a agreement that we mostly lost for our idealism, changed into materialism, and because of the money, is back again to our idealism. And that's maybe for me, which is actually we still have a hope for the tourism industry. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in a couple of years to come. For me now, it's time to people who work in the tourism industry, if they want to continue this business after the pandemic, it's time to review our development, what is damaging our, what is the damage that caused by this development.
Mhm.
So a time to review, okay, we agree that Bali asset for the tourism industry is nature and then culture. In the pandemic time, when we not selling time, like a hiatus time, it's time. My opinion, it's time to what you call it, recover that sector, recover the nature, protect the water spring, protect the last forest that remain, protect our culture, which is actually the essence of Bali culture is agriculture. Maybe we can put more agricultural and biodiversity curriculum into our kids' education while they learning at home. Start to grow what you food. This also education, right? Education is not just academic what you get in the school. For my opinions, like the most important education also what you learn from home, what you learn at home from your parent, from your neighborhood. So this is time to revitalizing the mindset, especially in our kids. What is important? We preserve the Bali culture. What is the essence of Bali culture? Which is actually food sovereignty, protect the water, which is actually is all in the, you will see all the sustainable development goal actually. They spoil you. You know, it's very universal, but sometimes we forgot. We can see like in the kids' education, like maybe the last 10 years, no portion for the biodiversity education in our kids. So that's why when they grow up, when they become politician, when they become a businessman, because there is no education about this, then it's not priority in everybody's head, right? So now it's let's see this time to a good time to review our path, our ways, like our vision, our mission, where we get lost, and how to back again to the ideal development that we want to achieve.
I did want to say that whenever we talk about these things, I have to keep reminding myself that I know you first and foremost as a musician, because you sound like more than a musician. And I don't think any other musician that I've ever met talks about these sorts of things with such expertise. And I mean, I'm wondering if it's because you're also a farmer, and I'm wondering which one you consider yourself first. Do you consider yourself a farmer first or a musician first?
Oh, that's so difficult. I mean, music is what I love, and farming what I care. Yeah.
It's a labor of love.
Yeah, it's like I love and care. You know, I love music, but I love eating good food. But I care to provide sustainable good food. So I care to be a farmer. And also by doing farmer, we care about the ecosystem surround our farming area, right? For the good quality of water, good quality of air. And also by become a farmer, it's something long-term investment for my kids, for everything. So, for me, it's better to inherit them a productive land for the future. Right. Yeah, and which is actually it's not so interest for many young people at the beginning in Bali for this idea of food sovereignty, or let's go back to doing farming, even like as the fun, like urban farming, just small plot in your garden. But during the pandemic, everybody start doing that. Like so many young people, you know, the trading seed, people trying to cooking, which is actually cooking is also important part to be a farmer. You don't want to get choked by pok choy or choked by zucchini. you have to ability to process into a creative process so you not get bored with what you eat. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, this food processing, food producing is become a trend now among the youth here, and I can see like wow, what you remember like when I start the Bali urban farming like 10 years ago in Denpasar, right? And then trying to put this in the curriculum in the school. Now I can see like everybody, I understand what's the idea is about. So for me, it's like a bringing, see now, you know, but
10 years later.
Yeah, I mean, it's like also because of the situation of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And also I got a lot of webinar during the pandemic talking about this agricultural like a webinar how change from the tourism industry into the agriculture, the community resilience, all the collaboration, because we during the pandemic we do a lot making digging the local potential related to the community resilience. And then me with my team Copernic, we just released 17,000 liter of the hand sanitizer made by Ara, which is actually the local alcohol. And then Bali has more than 1,000 Ara farmer. So you can see like which is how you can see like this potential, forgotten potential actually become the savior during the pandemic. And also the musician, like a few days ago, last Sunday, we distributing food for the people who work in the event industry. Not only the musician, but also people who work on the lighting or work on the electricity, who rigging stage. Sometimes most of the people see the event, the entertainment, the event was only somebody the artist that on the stage. But actually behind the screen, it's so many production team that working, right? Like, you know, just to make the event running so smooth. So we make food distribution for the worker that work mostly concerned in the production. And which is actually, we can do this because we work together with the farmer through the Pasar Rakyat Farmer Corporation. So how the forgotten strength agricultural sector is become the important role during the pandemic.